The neighbourhood of Fitzrovia has such a beautiful story.
Nancy Cunard, fashion icon, activist, it girl.
I've never worked on such a project where people have played such an important role in the inspiration.
It's a big hotel, so where do you start? We took some time away to walk around Fitzrovia.
The neighbourhood of Fitzrovia has such a beautiful story. It's full of independent shops and businesses, and it has a real authenticity about it.
When we started to research Fitzrovia, that's what we found was the real identity, I think, of Fitzrovia were these characters, artists, poets, fashion icons, creative people who used to congregate in Fitzrovia to eat and drink together in the legendary pubs and bars.
And if you go around and look at the blue plaques, the amount of prominent people who you wouldn't have known lived there were roaming around the streets. Nancy Cunard was one of them, who was this fashion icon, activist, it girl.
She's probably been the most inspirational character that we've come across, just because she had such a strong visual identity, which was very easy to translate and to design motifs and elements through the hotel.
Her bangles and a head scarf she was wearing and a hat that has directly influenced prints and carpets and details on furniture.
When we did the first kind of walk around recce, we stopped at this balcony because it really stood out. It's an inspiration for the vanities that we have in the guest rooms.
You can see this is a glazed brick facade, and we've taken inspiration in terms of the tiles in the bathrooms.
As perfectly as the tiles are laid on this building, as perfectly did the contractor want to achieve that in the bathrooms as well. Which
was a real challenge, working with a tile manufacturer to create these entirely bespoke handmade tiles for many, many months, but we got there in the end and it was definitely worth the effort.
The layering of the details is something that we've really focused a lot of time and energy on, so there's no real part of the hotel that doesn't have this attention to detail.
The bangles that we took inspiration from, we can see them in the guest room beds around the kind of framing of the headboard. We've got bespoke flooring pattern designs throughout the hotel. We've not really gone for anything that is off the shelf. Actually also inspired by Nancy Cunard. She's got a hat in one image we found that's got these triangles and various scales. That was deconstructed for the flooring in the reception. Another backdrop on one of her photo shoots was these polka dots, and those round circles we've then used as a reference in the guest room timber flooring.
People really need to experience the Newman Hotel themselves, because by looking at a website you can't really experience the design firsthand, the textures, the natural materials.
I would want people to kind of form their own story and narrative and opinion when they go, and I think we've put enough varying experiences and atmospheres into the building so that everyone would take something unique away.
As guests arrive at the Newman Hotel, we'd hope that they felt it fits effortlessly into Fitzrovia and the community as if it should have always been there.